on the morning of August 4th, 2002. It was a Sunday morning. My brother called me and he said, "Ed, I got bad news." He said, "Mickey is dead." That was our oldest sister, Michelle. Now, of course, that was very devastating news to me, but I didn't know it at the time, but that was the day that my journey toward wellness began. I asked my brother, of course, the inevitable question, how did this happen? And my brother said, hey, Mickey was at she was a home visiting nurse. She was with an elderly couple, and she collapsed. Well, the elderly couple, of course, called 911, but by the time the paramedics got there, my sister was dead. She left behind a husband and a then 11-year-old son. She was 46 years old. Here is a picture of me just months before my sister died. Now, you can probably see some differences between the then me and now. Yes, I had more hair. That's always the first one people say. Okay, I was 203 pounds there. That's what I weighed, which was several pounds over the allowable limit for a 5'11" guy in the United States Navy. But I was one of those that got down to the 196 or got taped and was able to make it through. There's my then 11-year-old son, Edmund. Here's a picture of us last summer after we finished a race up in Ticonderoga. We run this race every year. You can see an incredible transformation for both of us. But after the race this year, a woman came over to me. My son referred to me as a 50-year-old man, because for the first time he had beaten me in this run, and which was, of course, inevitable, taking a look at Big Ed there. And the woman looked at me and she said, "How is it you can be 50 years old and be in such great shape?" And so today, in the next 43 minutes, I'm going to share that with you. Here's a good kind of a side-by-side comparison. The difference, I lost 34 pounds, 17% of my body weight. The ability for me to do that, I beat the odds. There are 200 million people in America that are either overweight or obese that have not been able to achieve that transformation, although they want to. Many of them want to. And taking a look at me, even though I'm all dressed up for you today, okay, weight loss in America is too often looked at as how well you look. Now, I mean, it's only going to go so far with me, but the best part of it was, look at the change on the inside. That's what really counts. My lipid profile, and hopefully you know what your personal lipid profile is. That's your cholesterol, your high-density lipoproteins, your low-density lipoproteins. The HDLs are the good cholesterol, LDL, the bad cholesterol, and my blood pressure. Little did I know the day that I took that call from my brother that this was going to be a significant factor in my ability to achieve longevity in my life and quality of life. And of course, the best determinant of overall health, I didn't realize it at the time, but in preparation for getting out of the Navy, I of course got to replace my serviceman's group life insurance, so I called up to get some term life insurance. Well, the lady came out to the house, they take your blood pressure, height, weight, and everything like that, and they call me back and they give me the quote on the insurance, and I'm like, wow, that's really inexpensive. And I go, why am I paying so much for my previous insurance? They told me I was getting the ultra premium rate. And they go, oh, that's, we've got 2 rates better than that. And I thought to myself, well, when you think about it, it's the life insurance guys that have got this down to a science. They know exactly how long I'm going to live. And they base their insurance premiums based on that. So if you want to know how long you're going to live, apply for term life insurance. They'll be able to tell you. They will, because they know they can figure it out in months when you're going to die, and they charge you accordingly. Now, I'm going to oversimplify this a little bit. Maybe you don't want to know. I'm going to oversimplify this a little bit, but what do you think are the keys to wellness? Anyone? Lifestyle, attitude, all good ones. Diet and exercise. We're getting, like I say, I oversimplified it. My contention is that if you achieve an appropriate weight for your height, and you don't smoke or use tobacco products, those are the keys to achieving overall good health and wellness in America today. Now, like I said, it's kind of a gross oversimplification because the skills that you'll have to learn in order to achieve an appropriate weight, remember I showed you the pictures and it eludes 200 million of us, that if you can achieve an appropriate weight and make the decision not to use tobacco products, that you are well on your way, 98% of your way there toward health in America.